a horror story, they're only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either.
Have a heart, but he still got up.
Oh no,
The
yeah,
page
that's
predicted
right.
all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared.
I know, right? Isn't that weird?
What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Right.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery.
Hey, so there's a dead person over there. We don't seem to give a shit about that. And there's also a dead person over there, and we don't seem to give a shit. And there isn't a dead person there, but that's closed off. So there's 2 dead people in here, and the sheriff has vanished, and there were gunshots, and no one's coming here, which is weird.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake.
No.
I had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
All right. So I couldn't figure out what it was. It was literally, I have this page, right? This goes in a different case. It goes in this case. Let me just place it anywhere because it's a new aspect of the case.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated.
Or did it not save
I'll
anything?
need to start a new file. But
Hold
it's
on.
my first cult case. Exciting.
It did not save anything of what I did for some god-awful reason. How is that not part of the... Ugh. I don't remember what I did last time.
Think.
Okay. I need to talk to Casey.
The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
Yeah, I didn't save anything of what I did. That's amazing. Alright, his says the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters. Okay. And now you're refusing to talk to me.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there. The autopsy room was a mess. Like a.
Okay. That was weird. This is what I needed.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Okay. See, there isn't like any clear thing that you need.
The page places
Okay, there we go.
Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker
Or maybe
disappeared.
someone
Nightingale turned
died.
into some sort of a monster, and there are
You know
officers
the
down.
person who died
You
right
two
next to
handle things
you?
here. We need to get back to
Right
Cauldron Lake
here? This person
immediately.
who's dead?
Fuck me. That's terrible.
Hey, did you notice
We'll
that one of
do
your
what we can.
coworkers is dead on the floor right now? Did you notice? Did you see? You should look down and see that one of your coworkers is dead. Like really, guys. Like that's just a weird reaction.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared?
Meaning he isn't down there at all. Anywhere.
They're a fine pair.
Hello.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Okay.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson.
Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. I'm gonna take a quick look around.
No, we
Meet you
need to
back
get
at
to the
car.
car.
See you in a bit.
Have a nice day. it going?
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Alrighty. Here we go.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
Oh, you see the triangles in the trees, guys? Oh my god.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
The heart.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic.
Mm-hmm.
To see the clues. To solve the case.
This dialogue is not very good.
Hey, hello there.
Hello.
How are you folks doing?
Not great.
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo?
Newspaper?
Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna,
Coffee World?
sauna de vihto. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a
It's a
monitoring
broadcast
station.
center.
The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry.
Huh.
It's mostly for research purposes.
That's
Sure,
one
research
gorgeous
purposes.
sweater saga.
Federal Bureau of
Looks
Control,
like-
huh?
I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants.
Which is why I'm clearly from
So between your name and the sweater,
España.
I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland, Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
But you were just speaking
My
Spanish,
mom's
dude.
family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
That's all I've got for the moment. Let's get to the murder site, Casey.
Oh, I thought that was stairs down.
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion?
Flooding.
I don't know what. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning.
Yeah.
I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale.
Well,
But
that's
Page
because you're
took
Max
place in the
Payne.
Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something
I've got an
around here will
idea.
tell us.
Oh. This is
Bare
something.
feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Subtle, but just subtle enough to follow. He's going into the tree, which I kind of knew.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here?
That was
I
fun.
can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far.
Profiling.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Which is
Yeah, we know which tree. She killed the sheriff drowning in the lake, then she took out his heart and locked it in a box with the heart. She would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf, or so the legend goes.
What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
How did it flood this bad in like 6 hours? Like, it has been rainy, but that's quite a lot for just like 6 hours, you know?
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a... This fuse is busted.
Friday. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her I like her yet, but what's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her a better school in the big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? Sunday. So I told her. She said thanks. Fucking kill me. Monday. I snuck out last night again. Went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm gonna find out what. I'm gonna go back tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building, take some photos. It's gonna be epic. Okay.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books. But
I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Huh. Interesting. No upgrades yet, but we'll find some.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the... The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest.
Okay,
Saga
that's not
stepped
really much. Okay. Alex Casey lunch boxes.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message. Yes.
Nightingale's trail led to a ritual page, a manuscript page.
Light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well. Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale.
Mm-hmm.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
Alright, now we gotta go to the witch's hut. The fuse was in place.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Oh, got it.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
We need the heart.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Mm-hmm.
I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
Just getting close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
See, this is the kind of, like, that's not profiling. That's just stupid magic powers.
Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
General store's coming up. Hello?
Christ!
Okay. Hello?
Occultist. A monster. Like Nightingale.
Nothing on you, huh? Lame.